Hello friends and welcome back once again to my channel Divine Traveler, the tale behind the stone walls. Here I am beginning a new episode number 8, and surprisingly I am covering only one day, day number 35 in this particular episode. I am covering only a single day because this was a long day for us, wherein we moved from Vijayawada towards our next destination at Tenali, and on way we covered a lot of temples. On our journey on day number 35, we cover the temples of Yanamalkuddur, Thottavulluru, Iluru, Shrikakulam, Mopidevi, Pedakapalle, and then finally the famous Buddhist stupa of Bhattiprolu. Along with these temples, there are other temples which should be covered in the Divisima area, which include Sangameshwara temple at Divisima, Bhavanavana Swami temple at Bhattiprolu, Ghantasala Buddhist stupa, Avanigadda Lakshmi Narasimha temple, and these are really very beautiful temples which one should not miss. I would recommend you to stay an extra day in either Machilipatnam or Vijayawada and cover these temples. In my case, I had already covered these temples in phase 1, so I did not cover these temples again. I have already covered these temples in my videos of phase 1. On day 35, we started from our hotel at Vijayawada and our first destination, Ramalingeshwara temple at Yanamalkuddur. Our trip to Yanamalkuddur Ramalingeshwara Swami temple, it is not just a pilgrimage but an experience that transcends time. Immerse yourself in the rich history, captivating architecture, embarking on a spiritual journey to this historic Yanamalkuddur Ramalingeshwara Swami temple in Vijayawada. This captivating temple, believed to be built during 12th century CE by the Kakatiya dynasty, has witnessed centuries of devotion. It received patronage from various empires, including the Chalukyas, Kakatiyas, and the Vijayanagar Empire, renowned for their contributions to temple architecture and religious endowments. The temple holds immense significance for Hindus, attracting devotees from far and wide to worship Lord Shiva in the form of Ramalingeshwara Swami. Legend says worshipping here invokes the blessings of 1000 sages who meditated on this very spot. The sacred hill known as Munigiri stands tall at 612 feet above sea level, is said to have been the penance ground for 1000 sages. According to legend, Lord Parashurama, a powerful avatar of Vishnu, visited this site and worshipped the Swayambhu Shivalinga, further establishing the temple's prominence. Another fascinating legend suggests that Lord Rama himself, accompanied by Sita and Lakshmana, visited this place during their exile. Mesmerized by the natural beauty, Lord Rama is said to have installed a Shivalingam here, sacrificing the area. This is why the temple is called Yanamalkuddur, which translates to island of Rama's worship. The architectural marvel of Yanamalkuddur Ramalingeshwara Swami temple blends the grandeur of Kakatiya and Dravidian styles. Intricately carved pillars, sculpted walls, and a towering gopuram stand as testaments to the craftsmanship of ancient artisans. The temple is primarily constructed with granite stones known for their durability and aesthetic appeal. The heart of the temple lies in the main sanctum, housing the revered Shivalingam, representing Lord Ramalingeshwara Swami. The deity is adorned with traditional offerings and worshipped with devotion by devotees. The majestic Gopuram, with its figurines of Yakshinis and Lord Brahma, adds to the temple's mystique. Interestingly, this Gopuram has 7 kalashas or finials, unlike the usual 5 seen in South Indian temples. Standing tall in front of the main temple is a magnificent statue of Hanuman, symbolizing the unity of Shiva and Keshava. Without exploring the upalayas or sub-shrines, a visit to Yanamalkuddur is not complete. Seek blessings at the Parvati Matha temple, known for its four-handed statue of goddess in Abhaya Mudra, gesture of fearlessness. As you begin your climb to the temple, seek the blessings of Lord Ganesha at the Ganesha temple. Next to it lies the Bala Subramanyeshwara Swamy temple, housing a black stone statue of the deity. The Navagraha Mandapam, dedicated to the 9 celestial planets, is located beside this temple. After Yanamalkuddur, our next destination was Chennamallikkarjuna Swamy temple at Thottavulluru. The Thottavulluru Chennamallikkarjuna Shiva temple is an ancient Hindu temple dedicated to Lord Shiva, located in Thottavulluru, Krishna district. Historical records indicate that the temple was constructed during the reign of Chola dynasty in the 10th century CE. The premises of the temple shows style from 16th century. Recent renovations have been done. The Chola kings were known for their patronage of temple constructions and religious endowments. The architectural style of the Thottavulluru Shiva temple reflects the grandeur of the Chola architecture, characterized by intricately carved stone sculptures, ornate pillars, and towering gopurams. The temple complex features a main sanctum Garbhagriha housing the deity Lord Shiva, surrounded by various halls, mandapams, and corridors or prakarams. The statue looks like a stupa linga. The Thottavulluru Shiva temple is steeped in Puranic legends and stories associated with Lord Shiva and his divine manifestations. Devotees believe that visiting the temple and offering prayers can bring blessings and fulfillment of desires. The legend is that a devotee called Basavana requested Lord Shiva to remain here. Brahmaramba Matha temple is the same temple campus as Parivar Devata. The same temple campus has Veerabhadra Swamy Upalayam along with Bhadrakali Matha. Kali Matha is worshipped as Mangala Chandika Matha. Another Upalayam is of Dakshinamurti Swamy. Nandi statue is here in front of the Shiva temple. Along with the Chennamallikkarjuna Swamy temple is the Venkateshwara Swamy temple dedicated to Lord Venkateshwara, an incarnation of Lord Vishnu. Historical records suggest that the temple was constructed during the Vijayanagara Empire in the 15th century CE. The Vijayanagara kings were devout patrons of Lord Venkateshwara and built numerous temples in his honor. The architectural style of the Venkateshwara Swamy temple reflects the Vijayanagara style of temple architecture, known for its grandeur and intricacy. The temple complex comprises a main sanctum housing the deity Lord Venkateshwara, surrounded by mandapams, gopurams, and prakarams, adorned with exquisite sculptures and carvings. After Thottavulluru, our next destination was Rameshwara Swamy Temple and Shivalayam at Iluru. The Rameshwara Swamy Temple, dedicated to Lord Shiva, has a rich history dating back to several centuries. The temple is believed to have been constructed during ancient times and holds immense religious significance for devotees in the region. The architectural style of Rameshwara Swamy Temple likely reflects traditional South Indian temple architecture, featuring intricately carved pillars, ornate sculptures, and a main sanctum housing the deity Lord Shiva in the form of Rameshwara Swamy. The temple complex may include various other structures such as mandapams, gopurams, and prakarams. In both temples, there is no Nandi, nor is there any Parvati Devi. According to legend, the temple is associated with various Puranic stories related to Lord Shiva and his divine manifestations. Devotees visit the temple to seek spiritual solace, blessings, and fulfillment of their wishes, believing in divine grace of Rameshwara Swamy. According to legend, Ralbya Rishi used to do penance here and made a Saikata Shivalinga. Lord Shiva, pleased with him, assured him that he will be present in the Shivalinga and Sri Ram would consecrate it. During Treta Yuga, Sri Rama and Sita, while returning to Ayodhya on Pushpak Vimana, found that the Vimana stops at one place. Seeking to find the reason for it, they check with local sages. One sadhu tells Rama that Lord Shiva's promise to Ralbya Maharishi needs to be fulfilled within 4 Gadiyas. Lord Rama asks Hanuman to bring Shivalinga. Hanuman goes to bring one Shivalinga. Since it was getting late, Sita made a Shivalinga from sand which the Rishi suggested to consecrate at the Muhurta time. When Lord Hanuman came, he got angry and tried to pluck the sand linga with his tail. Then the linga in his hand falls down at Iluru. Sri Rama consecrated that linga and did Prana Pratishtha at Iluru. The sand linga at Chilumuru, consecrated by Sita, is on the other side of the Krishna river. Both together are called Ubaya Ramakshetram. Devotees during non-rainy seasons cross the river in motorable road which opens on opposite bank near Chilumuru. The Chilumuru Shiva temple has adjoining Vishnu temple as well. The temple complex has another temple called Raghunayaka Swamy temple and also Varasiddhi Vinayaka temple nearby. The Varasiddhi Vinayaka temple was built 300 years ago. It has gained importance as YouTube videos come on its miracles. It is believed that anyone who utters their issues in the Lord's ears gets results soon. This has spread like wildfire and people are coming from across the nation. Raghunayaka Swamy temple has a tall Dhwajastambam. There is a snake pit. There are huge crowds on Nagula Chaviti Day. After Iluru, we move towards Shrikakulam to visit the Mahavishnu temple and the Shivalayam. Embark on a pilgrimage to Shrikakulam, Andhra Pradesh, where history whispers through the ancient walls of the Andhra Mahavishnu temple dedicated to Lord Vishnu. This sacred site resonates with centuries of devotion, architectural grandeur, and literary connections. The temple story unfolds like a captivating narrative. Believed to be rebuilt during the 11th century CE by the Eastern Ganga dynasty, the temple stands on land steeped in even older history. Srikakulam was once the capital of the Satavahanas, a powerful ancient dynasty. Step into the temple complex and witness a mesmerizing blend of architectural styles. The towering Gopuram reflects the influence of the Cholas, while the Rangamandapam showcases elements from the Kakatiyas and the Vijayanagara eras. Exquisite carvings and sculptures adorn the granite walls and pillars, a testament to the artistry of bygone times. According to legend, sage Kashyapa's penance that pleased Lord Vishnu, leading to his appearance here. Another story suggests Lord Brahma once meditated on this very spot, giving rise to the name Kakulam, meaning place of Brahma. The temple significance extends beyond its religious stature. The great Vijayanagara king Sri Krishna Deva Raya is said to have composed his literary masterpiece Amukta Malyada while residing in Srikakulam. The Amukta Malyada Mandapam within the temple complex stands as a reminder of this literary connection. Exploring the captivating inner shrines of Upalayams, seek the blessings of Chennakesava Swamy temple and marvel of the unique sight of Sita's Sametha Rama statues alongside Alvars and Lakshmi Devi on a single pedestal. The temple complex also houses Ekaratri Prasanna Mallikarjuna Swami temple dedicated to Lord Shiva. Built in Chola style, this ancient temple holds the distinction of being the Kshetrapalaka protector of the Srikakulam Andhra Mahavishnu temple. The heart of the temple lies in the main sanctum. Here, devotees come face to face with the awe-inspiring deity, Lord Vishnu, revered as Andhra Mahavishnu. Adorned with traditional offerings, the majestic form of Lord inspires devotion and tranquility. From Shrikakulam, we move towards Mopidevi Subramanyeshwara Swami Temple. The Mopidevi lies around 70 kilometers from Vijayawada in Andhra Pradesh in the village Mopidevi. The Mopidevi temple lies around 70 kilometers from Vijayawada in Andhra Pradesh in the village of Mopidevi. It is also called Subramanyeshwara Swami Temple, where the deity is in the form of a Shivalingam. The Lord is Swambhu, self-manifested. According to legend, 4 Deva Rishis, Shankara, Sanakasa, Sanatakumara and Sanata Sujata were immortal and appeared as little children of 5 years age. The Deva Rishis had immense knowledge and devotion and were unaware of the world around them, so much so that they were unaware of not being clothed. One day they visited Kailasa, the abode of Shiva, to worship him. Sachi Devi, Swaha Devi, Goddess Saraswati and Goddess Lakshmi also arrived at the same time. The child Subramanyeshwara was seated on the lap of his mother Goddess Parvati, and upon seeing the contrast between the fully clad goddesses and the naked Deva Rishis, he was bewildered. Not knowing what to do, he started giggling and his mother rebuked him for his behavior. Later, Subramanyeshwara realized his folly and took permission to do penance for many years, disguised in the form of a snake. The site where Subramanyeshwara did penance was later known as Mopidevi. Subramanyeshwara Swami, the presiding deity in the form of Shivalingam, is called the god of snakes. There are many other legends associated with the temple, for which please refer to the write-up, for which the link I have already shared in the comment section. From Mopidevi, our next destination was Pedakapalle, where we visited the Durga Nageshwara temple, also known as Madanagopala Swami temple. Pedakapalle is a village in Mopidevi Mandal in Divisiva Taluk, Krishna district, Andhra Pradesh. Pedakapalle is also known as Dakshina Kashi, the Kashi of South. The village is located on the banks of Krishna river. The village was also known as Kadhalipuram. The presiding deity, Sri Nageshwara Swami Varu, believed to be Swambhulingam and worshipped with high veneration. The goddess Durga Amma Varu is the consort of the Lord and also amongst one of the Navagrahas. According to legend, the temple is also known as Dakshina Kashi on several accounts. The river Krishna flows here on the north, just like river Ganges in Kashi. There is Vishwanatha Swami temple in Kashi, and here is Nageshwara Swami temple. The Kshetrapalaka at Kashi is Sai Bindu Madhava, whereas here it is Sri Venugopala Swami. The Kshetram is also known as Kadalipuri or Kadali Kshetram in Puranas. The original temple was constructed in around 1140 AD. The present temple was constructed by Sri Somasi Vachayulu in the year 1982. The temple was renovated in the year 1704 by the then hereditary trustee Sri Kodanda Ramadasahi, the Raja
of the Thottavulluru estate. The Raja Gopuram in front of the temple was constructed in the year 1795 by the hereditary trustee Sri Yagalagada Nageshwara Rao Naidu, the Raja of the Thottavulluru estate. The final destination on day 35, Bhattiprolu Buddhist Stupa. The Bhattiprolu Buddhist Stupa in the Guntur district was first noticed by Alexander Ria, superintending archaeologist for Madras, for surveying something called Lanja Dibba just outside the village. On further investigation, he found a collapsed remnant of a massive brick stupa and that the site of Bhattiprolu was an ancient Buddhist monastic location. Originally known as Pratipalapura, the flourishing Buddhist town was part of the ancient Sala kingdom that predates the Andhra Satavahanas. Inscriptional evidence suggests that the king Kuberaka ruled over Bhattiprolu around 230 BC, highlighting its significance during that era. The work was a turning point in the study of Buddhist stupas, as Bhattiprolu stupa turned out to be one of the earliest stupas in the South India, even predating Ashoka by 100 years. The inscriptions that are found here have references to the earliest of the Dravidian scripts and did a considerable help in the study of Kannada and Telugu languages. The stupa at Bhattiprolu is expected to have been as high as 30 to 40 feet with a dome placed on a drum containing a Pradakshina Patha or circumambulation path. But by the time Alexander Ria arrived, the stupa was well dismantled and the original structure was no more present. The stupa was approximately 40 meters in diameter. The stupa had a cylindrical dome and projections ayaka from the drum in the cardinal directions. The drum was covered with limestone panels and the stupa was surrounded by a plain limestone railing. Inscribed relic caskets, including a crystal casket believed to contain Buddha's relics, and various other relics were discovered. The inscriptions on the relic caskets provide valuable insights into Buddhist patronage on the region, mentioning donations by members of the urban communities and a local king. The stupa known as Vikramarka Kota Dibba with a central Buddhist site with evidence of a pillared hall and votive stupas. A very important point about the stupa is that the city of Mumbai has a little known but deep connection with Buddha via stupa of Bhattiprolu. Inside the dome of the global Vipassana pagoda at Gorai in Mumbai are enshrined within the central locking stone of the main dome the original bone fragment relics of the Buddha found inside the Mahastupa at Bhattiprolu. These were donated by the Mahabodhi Society of India and the Prime Minister of Sri Lanka to the global Vipassana pagoda and enshrined there in 2006. The pagoda is also the largest Buddhist structure in the world.
So friends, that was it for this particular episode. I hope you enjoyed the episode. Do like, subscribe and comment on the videos, and do let me know the points of improvements and the information I need to add in the videos to make it more fruitful. Once again, I would like to thank you everyone a lot for having the patience to go through my videos, and do take care of yourself. Until the next episode, do take care of yourself and bye.